We'll get you back to North Dakota football in just a minute, but first, we got to get you caught up what happened on Friday night football fields across North Dakota. None bigger than this game. Bismarck Century taking on Bismarck, number 1 versus number 2 in the Bismarck Community Bowl, and weather was definitely a factor in this game. Let's take a look at the highlights. Well, you can see the rain coming down, but wind affected this game almost as much. Chris Kraft tries to get the punt up for Century. Looks like a good punt, but it goes the wrong way, comes back in his face, ends up being just a 6-yard punt. The Demons take over, and it was Ricardo Galindo who did the work from there. 24 yards on the touchdown, first score of the night for the Demons. They're up 6-0. Later, Hayden Gibson finds his tight end, Jacob Schultz, on a big gain, takes it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and then Ricardo Galindo does the rest of the work. Another 5-yard touchdown for Galindo. He had 3 touchdowns on the night. That put the Demons up 20-0. The defense, they pitched in, did their part, puts pressure on Dalton Feeney. Landon Yoakum can't come up with the catch. The one opportunity Century has to score, and they couldn't quite cash in. That Demon defense came back for some more. Thomas Sees, he's a bad man, forces the fumble on this sack. Demons take over. The defense was in Century's face all night. Bismarck came back on the next drive. Hayden Gibson punches it in from 1 yard out, and they would get the win, 26-7, staying undefeated. Fargo South visited West Fargo for a rivalry match. Both teams came into the night unbeaten in the EDC, and as you can see, weather played a factor on the east side of the state as well. A blocked punt. West Fargo takes advantage of good field position where Scott Cameron punches in the 1-yard touchdown. That would break a tie in the third quarter. They go up 14-7. Turnabout is fair play. Another bad snap. This time Fargo South all over it. That puts them in position late in the fourth quarter to try to get a tie. But the pass is batted down in the end zone, and the West Fargo defense comes up big. They held James Johannesson, Fargo South star running back, to just 71 yards rushing, and their defense put up a great effort, enough to win 14-7. Central Cass at Shanley. Shanley was up 6-0 in the second. Danny Stash with an easy touchdown run. Didn't convert on the PAT, but they're up 12-0. Same score later in the second. Connor Reinitz gets the Squirrels within a score. They also did not convert on their PAT. It's 12-6. Deacon's running game was too powerful, though. Danny Stash, an 11-yard touchdown. He gets the touchdown before they fumble count, so Shanley goes on to get the win 40-20. Now Kindred taking on Wahpeton. Wahpeton coming off a loss last week. This week, Brock Lingen finds the end zone from 8 yards out, and the Huskies take the 6-0 lead. Now it's 14-0, still in the first quarter. Tyler Brewer hits Zach Belmore for the 40-yard touchdown strikes. And look at this, the Vikings pull within 8. Still 14-6 in the second. Lingen again, this time from 17 yards out. He would be too tough to stop. It was all Huskies from that point on. They take the 37-12 win. Now in what was probably the upset of the night in Class A, Carrington was down 12-8 in the second. Connor Wendell finds Riley Miller, which leads to a Carrington touchdown, and they take the 16-12 lead against Hillsboro Central Valley. But here come the Burros. Jordan Bolstad breaks free for the big run. It eventually leads to this, Jace Stallman into the end zone. Burros take the 18-16 lead, and that would be the final. A big win over a ranked team for Hillsboro Central Valley. Remember, on Midco Sports Network, you can catch all the high school action, the recap from the prior week, previews of the upcoming games on Varsity Sports Now every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. We'll get you back to college football in just a minute, right after this.